Our next speaker is Jorge Prieto, and he's from the Department of Microbiology. I see the title is a little bit more complex than what he said at the beginning.
Buenos días a todos. Hi everyone. I'm going to show you in the next presentation my Master of Science thesis, which have been supervised and are supervising by Concepción Azcón and María José Pozo, with the title of Calibration and Validation of a Real-Time Quantitative Polymerase Chain Reaction Assay for the quantification of arbuscular mycorrhizal fungi species. In the last decades, there's a strong interest in characterizing microbial communities, specifically with about mycorrhizal fungal communities, due to their implication in the evolution of plant communities, and due to also as the use as biofertilizers for promoting better agroecological practices. But there's new implications of molecular tools for characterizing these studies due to their facilities and the direct results obtained, such as genomic technologies and other molecular methodologies, such as the molecular-based polymerase chain reaction techniques. So this is the aim of this part of my Master of Science project, which the main objectives were the calibration and verification of a real-time quantitative polymerase chain reaction assay for quantify this diversity and abundance of arbuscular mycorrhizal fungi, and also directed with these qPCR results, analyzing to analyze some ecological interactions between these AMF arbuscular mycorrhizal fungi species and with the plants under biotic and abiotic stress condition. For this, we have used three arbuscular mycorrhizal species, and I say with Spanish accent, Funeliformis mose, Rhizophagus intraradices, with the same name of, current rename as Rhizoglomus intraradices and Chlorioglomus etulicatum, from isolated spores of each of these three species. Fungal genomic DNA was extracted, and using glomerullicotan constitutive primer pairs and specific primer pairs of the large ribosomal subunit, we can carry out the quantitative polymerase chain reaction calibration for each of these three species, as described in scientific work by the French Cécile Donat in 2012. The first results are these calibration curves for the three species, which can obtain this logarithmic equation for calculating the genomic DNA concentration per sample, and also this relation of the cycle value with a logarithmic concentration can obtain the abundance of mycorrhizal DNA, genomic DNA in root sample, which is a relation of this logarithmic equation and also related with the root right wave. The first results, which are preliminary, can can determine in the figures represented above, this both for funeliformis mosa and Rhizophagus intraradices, which were inoculated for a bioassay, inoculating in tomato plant using as plant model, were inoculated both in different roots. Funeliformis mosae didn't show strong differences between different treatments. Saline and abscisic acid were the stress condition effects in the roots, and there's no differences between the control treatment, but we can see all the patterns of the abundance different from Rhizophagus intraradices inoculated roots, which confirm as a saline stress effect from this treatment, and an increase in abscisic acid treatment. And in this figure, where plants were inoculated with both species, with Funeliformis mosae and intraradices, we can see preliminary results of no determining strong differences between the only inoculated roots with Funeliformis mosae, but as a significant decline of the Rhizophagus intraradices in contrast with the only inoculated roots with this fungal species. So we can see, or we can observe some, not only the ecological interaction with the plant, only caused by the stress condition, the environmental stress condition, but also with a possible ecological interaction between these fungi, which have been cited as facilitation or competition, facilitation by the plant of some fungal species, or a competition between the Micorrizas species used. And the last one figure can represent the proportion of this treatment using both mycorrhizal fungi, seeing that the prevalence of Rhizophagus intraradices is higher than Funeliformis mosae. But these are preliminary results, and we need to discuss this overview of the validation issue. And thanks for your attention.
Bueno, ya que has desarrollado...
Espera.
Dale primero y después, ¿vale?
Ponte de pie que no se te oye.
Espera, ya, habla un poquito más. Una vez que ya has desarrollado la herramienta y ves que se funciona y tal, esto está pidiendo un tesis, ¿no? ¿Hay trazo?
Sí, señor. Bueno, sí, realmente es una herramienta bastante útil porque no hay ninguna evidencia usando PCR cuantitativa de estas condiciones ambientales, ¿no? De cómo el carácter, digamos, las variables bióticas y abióticas van a repercutir en esa composición de la diversidad micorrística. Entonces,
¿hay posibilidad de tesis?
bueno, de hacer algo así.
Es simplemente una curiosidad porque no lo he entendido muy bien al principio de Rhizophagus intraradices, ahora has dicho que se llama...
Rhizoglomus, aparece en la literatura ahora.
Ha cambiado
Sí, el año pasado cambió de... Pero bueno.
Para que no
sí.
relajéis.
Volver a cambiar, o sea,
Sí.
Perdona, Jorge.
Dime.
Digamos que tú has tenido que diseñar, no sé si lo he entendido bien, un primer para cada especie. ¿Es lo correcto?
No, ya estaban, eran primers específicos diseñados por un trabajo previo que hubo,
Pero para cada especie.
para cada especie.
Entonces, digamos, si esto es lo que llevara a una situación real, solo podrías determinar la cantidad
De las especies
que tú tienes en sus primers.
Realmente esto, sobre todo, podría tener más una aplicación directa en comunidades sintéticas, ¿no? De cara a incluir estos hongos en un medio controlado, pues saber qué cantidad de ellos están creando determinados procesos, ¿no? Para la planta.
Digamos que en un sitio para ver diversidades no te serviría.
Bueno, te da una idea, ¿no? de cómo puede repercutir determinadas especies, que por lo general también son especies bastante generalistas, entonces te puede dar una visión de cómo va a ser el comportamiento de cada especie dentro de